What the hell is going on with WNBA that they cannot handle all this attention that they're getting, as well as the hate and anger towards Caitlin Clark?
First things first. Respectfully. Brittney Griner was in a Russian prison. You would think that somebody who is now free, back in America on a home soil.
Sports commentary recently featured heated discussions regarding Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's impact on women's professional basketball. Media personality Jamele Hill made bold predictions about Reese's potential legacy, suggesting she could become the equivalent of basketball's greatest icon by the conclusion of her career. Meanwhile, veteran player Brittney Griner expressed concerns about the dramatic changes in league atmosphere. According to reported statements, Griner described current game environments as significantly different from previous seasons, noting increased crowd noise and fan engagement that disrupts the traditionally quieter setting players had grown accustomed to.
Who is now free, back in America on home soil, would not have too much to complain about, especially something like this. Fans in every sport. She described the fans.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what sport you are. It doesn't matter what sport you pick. That's how fans act in every arena. In every arena. So, and then when
Griner's comments highlighted the transformation from games where spectators could work on laptops or conduct business quietly to current situations featuring thousands of passionate fans creating substantial noise levels. She characterized the new environment as disruptive, with crowds expecting entertainment value and placing pressure on players to perform for audience satisfaction. Economic data demonstrates Clark's substantial impact on league finances. Ticket pricing analysis revealed dramatic fluctuations based on her participation status. Indiana Fever away games showed significant price variations when Clark's availability changed due to injury concerns.
in every arena. So, and then when you clearly she's not remembering who they let out to get her back.
The Merchant of Death.
The Merchant of Death. An arms dealer that wanted to kill American citizens, according to the reports. That's who they let out for her. You would think that you would be smiling, you would be ecstatic, you would be happy, and something like
Before Clark's absence, minimum ticket prices for Chicago Sky matchups reached $86, while Washington Mystics games required $41 for entry-level seating. Following news of Clark's unavailability, these prices dropped substantially to $25 and $14 respectively, illustrating her direct influence on market demand and revenue generation. League financial projections suggest unprecedented growth potential, with estimates indicating possible billion-dollar revenue achievement for the current season. This represents dramatic improvement from historical performance, where the organization struggled with profitability throughout its existence.
you would be smiling, you would be ecstatic, you would be happy, and something like this wouldn't faze you at all. The fact that it does is disturbing. I'll leave it at that. When it comes to Caitlin Clark, now I've taken hits because I was calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her, but not. She is really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black.
Revenue increases stem from multiple sources, including enhanced ticket sales, merchandise purchases, and improved television contract values. Clark's presence has catalyzed this growth, though the league experienced upward trends before her arrival that accelerated significantly following her professional debut. Commentary perspectives varied regarding the league's long-term viability and current player attitudes. Some analysts questioned whether sustained success could continue without specific star attractions, pointing to immediate attendance decreases during Clark's brief absence as evidence of concerning dependency. Clark's rookie season achievements include finishing 4th in league MVP voting, earning Rookie of the Year recognition, and demonstrating exceptional shooting range comparable to elite professional standards. Her college career featured championship game appearances, despite lacking ultimate team success. Historical context reveals similar patterns in professional sports where individual stars generated resentment among established players who felt deserving of comparable attention and recognition. Previous generations experienced comparable dynamics with legendary players who transformed their respective leagues' popularity and financial success. The phenomenon of established players feeling overlooked while newcomers receive substantial media coverage and fan support represents a recurring theme across professional athletics. These tensions often produce competitive benefits by elevating performance levels and creating compelling storylines that engage broader audiences. Some observers suggested certain league members might prefer previous conditions despite reduced financial benefits, prioritizing comfort over growth opportunities. This perspective highlights internal conflicts between maintaining familiar environments and embracing change that brings increased scrutiny and expectations. Defensive arguments emerged regarding veteran players' perspectives, acknowledging their limited experience with large crowds throughout their professional careers. The transition from sparse attendance to capacity crowds represents a significant environmental change requiring adjustment periods. Educational backgrounds and previous playing experiences varied among current professionals, with some having limited exposure to high-energy fan environments during their developmental years. This context helps explain discomfort with sudden increases in crowd engagement and noise levels. League attendance patterns historically struggled with consistent fan engagement, making current improvements particularly significant for organizational sustainability. Clark's impact extends beyond individual games to overall league visibility and commercial viability. Future prospects include emerging college talents who could maintain momentum generated by current stars. Promising players in collegiate programs suggest continued pipeline development for maintaining elevated interest levels and performance standards. Women's purchasing power and support patterns indicate potential for sustained growth if female audiences embrace the league more comprehensively. Historical precedents in other sports demonstrate how expanded demographic appeal can drive long-term success and financial stability. Marketing strategies focusing on female consumers have proven effective across various entertainment and sports industries. The current opportunity represents potential transformation if properly executed with appropriate programming and promotional approaches. Competitive dynamics between prominent players create additional storylines that enhance fan engagement and media coverage. These rivalries generate natural marketing opportunities while providing authentic emotional investment for spectators. Championship outcomes and individual achievements often become secondary to personality conflicts and competitive tensions that capture public imagination. Current player relationships suggest ongoing narratives that could sustain interest beyond individual careers. Economic sustainability requires continued development of multiple revenue streams rather than dependence on single attractions. Diversified approach including merchandise, broadcasting rights, and venue partnerships provides foundation for stable growth trajectories. League expansion possibilities emerge as market conditions improve and investor confidence increases. Additional franchises could distribute talent more effectively while creating additional regional fan bases and revenue opportunities. Player compensation discussions reflect improved financial conditions and enhanced league value propositions. Social media engagement amplifies traditional marketing efforts while creating direct communication channels between players and fans. These platforms provide cost-effective promotion while generating authentic content that resonates with younger audiences, increasingly important for future growth. Merchandise opportunities extend beyond traditional apparel to include lifestyle products, gaming content, and digital experiences that appeal to diverse consumer preferences. Product diversification creates multiple touchpoints for fan engagement while generating various revenue streams supporting overall financial health. A major controversy has erupted surrounding WNBA player Brittney Griner, whose recent conduct toward fellow athlete Caitlin Clark has triggered widespread concern. The incident drew attention not only for its physical aggression but also for the offense. The current protocols used by the league for verifying eligibility have come under fire, with questions about how such significant biological indicators may have gone unnoticed or unchallenged. The situation raises concerns not only about individual fairness, but about systemic oversight in women's professional sports. Legal analysts are also weighing in, pointing out that if the findings confirm that competition rules were violated, it may lead to disqualification of titles, challenges to past results, and even legal action from affected athletes. Sponsorships and endorsements tied to Griner are also potentially at risk as brands reassess their affiliations under the cloud of this controversy. The issue goes beyond a single player. If it's determined that fundamental requirements were bypassed, it could implicate others within the organization who may have been aware but failed to act. This raises potential for a broader scandal involving league leadership and officials. International sports bodies may also become involved, particularly if these revelations affect records or participation in global events. Questions about how eligibility standards are enforced across different leagues and countries could open complex diplomatic discussions. Experts stress that the debate is not rooted in personal prejudice but in scientific analysis. The aim is to maintain fairness for all athletes, especially female competitors who have historically fought for equitable treatment in professional sports. The evidence, ranging from physical assessments to behavioral evaluations, is rooted in scientific methods and requires transparent inquiry. There is concern that ignoring or suppressing these questions might set a damaging precedent, allowing future violations of eligibility standards to go unchecked. Maintaining fairness in women's sports depends on clearly defined and upheld biological standards